I'm sorry, I'm going to be looking at all of the memes.
Seth here. Visualize happiness. For me, it is...
Why you gonna type it, Chiru?
Well, you mind writing.
Ah!
changes.
What was that? No, we're not going back.
Backsplit.
Oh, that goes! Why are they all cuties? Would
You get the scraps left
would
over.
Oh, so he just goes more and more. It's a monkey!
Or just existing in the general vicinity of a dragon.
Exactly. Let's go! We're doing a Seth video. A SsethTzeentach. Oh, machine left. Alright. This guy seems like he'll be fun to watch. Who knows?
Seth here. Visualize happiness. For me, it is holding my greatest enemy hostage. Cover.
Why are you gonna type it, Chiru? Hello?
His skin in honey and slowly roasting it.
What? Why are we roasting at Chiru? Hello?
Until it caramelizes into a layer of glaze. I do not watch. I listen to the cacophony of screams as he's pulled apart like a succulent peck.
What the hell? Hello?
King Duck. My only sadness is in the knowledge that I can't do it again. He's beyond
That is wild.
my reach, but for his crimes, he has eternity to answer for. Alternatively,
It was at this moment, Bokka was too stunned to speak.
That's what I'm saying. What did he mean?
sure, I'll take a new Heroes game. Crimes. He has,
His crimes is shape of
but I
you?
can't do it again. He's beyond my reach, but for his crime.
What's wrong with shape of you? I like how they're like all like 6. Oh, he's making a joke. There ain't no way someone rated shape of you 6.7. All of this for a 6.7. A 6.7 joke is.
Crimes. He has eternity to answer for. Alternatively, sure,
Why are you 3D printing him?
I'll take a new Heroes game. I have no financial relation to Hooded Horse or the perfidious child pickup artist involved in his publication. But let's just say, if Ubisoft had their way, none of this would exist. Replaced instead with mobile slop shovelware, which I couldn't even access because, as of today, my Uplay account has been acquired by a Chinaman. As they say, we each have our own guardian angels. I just didn't expect mine to be living in the prefecture of Guangzhou.
My brain cells just went the way of the
As
Titan.
someone who
What is? Wait, what was that?
in the prefecture of Guangzhou.
What the hell? What the hell?
As someone who is on several lists, my online security.
I'm sorry, I'm going to be looking at all of the memes.
As someone who is on several lists. My online security is very important to me. For the past few months, I've been going to coffee shops, ingratiating myself with the Olden infirm, and integrating myself into their geriatric communities. Before long,
nice.
someone asks me for help with their computer. I oblige, knowing they really just need some company. But this is where I strike. Instead of fixing their computer, I steal their computer and tape a screenshot of a Yahoo Mail inbox to the monitor. I'm able to get about a week's worth of use out of their system before I have to ditch the evidence and repeat the cycle. Worse still, I can feel myself slipping away, as each time I'm forced to snuff out the tender flame of compassion from my heart to do so.
Ah!
There has to be a better way. Introducing ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN routes all of your online activity through secure, encrypted servers. It's more effective in elder abuse and a lot easier on the wallet. Those backgammon lessons were really starting to eat into my figurine budget. What figurines? That's for me to know, and you to never find out. Because ExpressVPN is like being on the Epstein list. Nobody will ever know where you were or what you did. Not your internet provider, data brokers, invasive advertisers, nor scammers can see what you're up to. ExpressVPN keeps you safe. With just one click, you can secure up to 14 devices
What do you mean, bonk the poker? Bong you.
simultaneously. And right now, you can get ExpressVPN for just $3.49 a month. That's less.
Why is he looking at fan art? A fan fiction for Project Hail Mary.
nah.
And the allowance my parents give me. And if you scan
He's looking
the
at
QR code,
fan
click on
fiction
the link in the description below, or just go to expressvpn.com/Seth, you can get 4 extra months of service. That's
What is with people in Project?
expressvpn.com/Seth for 4 extra months of service.
Thank you for the Bailey
Gameplay
spray.
is
Pick up
pretty much the same.
income.
Prior to standardized testing, IQ was measured by a player's build order. Regular humans are capable of long-term decision-making, prioritizing an economy, while others build every single unit dwelling and run out of gold by week 2. This designates them as barely sapient and are promptly shipped to the bauxite mine to fulfill their destiny.
Heads up, new miner arriving.
But on to the changes.
What was that? No, we're not going back.
Stacks play is easier than ever. Same goes for transferring armies and artifacts between heroes. Before, I send them away on their weekly mission of
That leprechaun dancing that jig.
harassing leprechauns.
Think of the
for spare
follow
change.
spider
We're
llama.
Back to hexagons. Why did we ever
That
leave?
invokes-
Because math is hard.
Spider llama invokes pure terror at the thought of that.
And we're gonna gaslight you into loving squares. Like Tribes of the East, every unit comes with 2 side grades, which can be switched at no cost. Like Civilization, every faction comes with a tech tree. Like Tales of Androgyny, skills come with a selection of sub-skills, which are mutually exclusive and synergistic. Unlike the incredibly obtuse and convoluted Heroes 5 skill wheel, which isn't even documented
Third
inside the
parties are
game, we now
unredacting the
have
files.
subclasses, which still require insane RNG to roll the 5 out of 7 slots you're never going to get. Resources are mostly the same, except sulfur has been switched out for alchemical dust, which is required for upgrading dwellings. Or you can spend it all on an infinitely upgradable golden goose egg, which works off gacha mechanics.
Gotcha.
Except there's no guaranteed pity pool, and it's designed to rob you. Magic now works off astrology. Mage guilds are astronomical observatories. Spells are the stars of a constellation, each of which is aligned with a different school of magic. Daylight cleanses, nightshade curses, arcane controls, and primal destroys. On top of this, you have high neutral magic, which is a 5-week countdown until everyone learns Dimension Door. There's 5 tiers of magic and 4 levels for every spell. These range from tactical to completely busted, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Outside of magic, focus is a new resource that's generated by attacking and being attacked, which is spent on unit abilities. Lore, we're in the continent of
There was puppies there.
and being attacked, which is spent on unit abilities. Lore.
Why are they all cuties? You want to know what's hilarious? What's so cute about bulldogs? They are the sweetest dogs. And the shyest, too.
We're in the continent of Jadam. That's Might and Magic 8. But it's before Heroes of Might and Magic 1, so there's no devil aliens yet, because Might and Magic 6 hasn't happened.
No devils.
This matters to absolutely no one. Don't even get me started on what a Varn is. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Currently, there's 6 factions.
dungeon is probably the strongest, because it probably has dragons.
And I'm gonna cover them all. Temple. The Temple of the Sun is known for many things, mainly getting genocided by the same group of adventurers on a yearly basis. Turnover rates are high, nobody has time to read scripture, and the entire process of catechumenism is condensed to a podcast seminar by whoever survived.
The reason that white people are inferior is because they don't have enough melanin in their skin.
As such,
Okay then.
the theology has suffered, and our angels are just golems on string. Regardless, they have some of the best lineup in years. Free entire
Several of them have dragons?
shooters, two of
Obviously.
which can completely
Because we're amazing.
ignore ranged penalties, a set of armor which duplicates and reflects every single positive effect, and a solid steel wall of swordsmen, griffins, and inquisitors that ensure their backline remains untouched. And in case you ever get bored of playing artillery death stack that kills everything before it has a chance to get close, they still have cavaliers. I played the self-insert. Effortless strike removes the focus cost of attacking with your hero. Battle frill allows you to use it again if you kill the stack, and inspiring strike gives a 5% chance of resetting the cooldown per point of morale. But I was already morale maxing, so he killed everything himself and won the match.
Alrighty then.
Grove represents the druids of Murmurwood. Its sylvan rampart spliced with conflux, except every elemental can awaken to receive a heavy steroid. They're expensive, bulky, and completely grotesque.
Grotesque.
Pixies are now a neutral unit.
Would.
You get the scraps left
Would.
over by your haggard butch lover. An amalgamation of You get the scraps left over by your haggard butch lover. An
Would.
amalgamation of rotund chopplegangers
Hi, Mohammed.
that belong better in a trench than broad daylight. Physiognomy
Hi,
may
Mohammed.
take some getting used to. Understanding is half the
Don't
battle.
worry about it.
And unfortunately, I'm retarded. Grove has the best casters, the strongest magic, and the fastest unit in the game, which guarantees you the first move. Each spell has its own cooldown, so I can't spam Armageddon, unless I retreat, return with another Phoenix, and spam Armageddon. But that's not always viable, because single hero and tournament are very popular variants. So instead, I play this abomination, whose mirror copy works on the enemy to duplicate their strongest death stack under my direct control, which then proceeds to murder the original. And since I'm abusing Thaumaturgy and Murmurmancers, this will be my 4th spell on the first round of combat. And then I found out about luck, Grove's synergy with luck, and how, as a result of several sub-skills and laws, each of my units now crits for 300% damage 100% of the time. Dungeon is the
Crit.
Alvar Triumvirate. Basically bricks, but with troglodytes. The Dark Elves are in collaboration
I don't know what that
with
is.
the Dragons of Garrett Gorge and the Minotaurs of Ravage Roaming, resulting in a combined
Would.
alliance of strength, resilience, and centralized banking. Each of their units come with a unique fighting style. Troglodytes can spit phlegm. Infiltrators can infiltrate other men, and the rest basically land more hits based on the position of the enemy, punishing tight formations, close groupings, or just existing in the general vicinity of a dragon. The trade-off
Exactly.
is less damage, until you develop a legal system and simply outlaw the penalty. As merchants, we play only the greatest of merchants. We take Antiquarian, unlock his money printer, and buy every artifact in the game, as their sum greatly outweighs the monetary cost. Necropolis. The necromancers of Shadowspire don't know how to raise dragons yet. So far, we can fuse them together. All we need is several living dragons and the entire economy. And then, my enemy casts Guillotine, turning the most powerful tier 8 neutral into the most expensive pile of milk bones. Accordingly, vampires are your new ultimate, because that's all we can afford. The blood waterfall isn't even real, it's just red 40.
Red 40.
My wife is dead, I don't want to remarry. I just want to summon skeletons. His
Skeletons.
rewind life can overheal and over-revive to create temporary stacks for the duration of a fight. All life is endless, increases the effect of heals and revives, which synergizes with summon avatar to double this bonus. I take no losses, because at the start of every fight, I multiply my ghosts, which coincidentally also have the ability to multiply, leading to a carefully managed feedback loop of infinitely rising numbers. Or just take Kelgul, rush Dread Knights, and win without firing a single synapse. Schism, on the continent of Arathia, to the north of Avlee, is meant to be Vori, the land of the snow elves.
Alrighty
This
then.
region was never implemented or playable, so it's subject to a lot of speculation. Schism is
I
complete
thought that was
fan
my
fiction
mouse.
where dark
I
elves
was like moving my
discovered
mouse
and
around. I'm like,
dug
oh
up
no!
Vorai rituals to pull creatures from other planes, or the negative space in between.
Okay then.
No, that's impossible. It's a squid.
As a
Squid!
result, everyone is melting, going insane, or bloat max.
Let's go back to sleep, dude.
In exchange, they win the numbers game, using dead tissue to bind more horrors, and using victories as momentum to artificially inflate their stacks. Hive, following Hero's tradition of having Inferno as the worst faction, Hive makes an attempt. They get the coolest tier 1 in the game, with the best idle animation. But they have absolutely no shooters, unless you have a mountain of resources for a tier 6 side grade. And they don't care. Once they close the gap, there's not much you can do, except watch them multiply because they can also lay eggs. Now, normally, there's counterplay to a highly vulnerable patch of temporary troops that take time to hatch, except the Hiver put his hornets on standby, so he'll always get the last move, lay his eggs, and spawn them without contest, at which point his cooldown resets. But that's not too bad, until you encounter a Maniacal Reaver and lose half your board in a single turn. You see, normally, units take turns and wait for everyone else. Maniacal Reavers ignore this paradigm entirely, because as long as they get that Call of Duty hit marker, they get a second, which is separate from morale, so they get a third. As your eyes
Oh. So he just goes more and more.
start tearing up, and your Pampers diaper sags under the weight of its liquid gold. A fucking worm shows up and eats the rest of your stack. Also, don't try to mix armies, or a single hive mother will ruin your day, as she multiplies her stats and propagates them to the entire swarm. But everything I've described isn't the worst. No, taking a hero specialized in attribute gain and learning, leveling them to 12, and resetting their level to 1 with the faction-specific building that was recently buffed to give them 4 of each stat for every free level spent isn't just the worst. It's already banned and competitive, which doesn't mean anything, because it's the same group of Poles, Russians, and dare I say, North Macedonians
It's a monkey!
that complain about everything. 99% will never play competitive heroes, because they don't live in an Eastern Bloc Khrushchevka. I have. So, I'll give you a metaphor. SCP-106 is slowly chasing you, except it's David Goggins, and he's rock solid. He took his Rhino 99 Vyvanse and Tamriel rebuilt dick pills. He's got that migraine rage after playing Deadlock. And after 10 hours of anticipation, he phases through the wall and loudly proclaims, "Goggy want fuck." That's what competitive is like. In summary, everything I said is a lie. Necro and Schism are currently busted. Hive sucks ass, and I'm not handing away strats to my enemies. The music is good, the town screens are nice, the story and writing is atrocious and sounds like the intrusive faults of a Tumblr blog. There's no teams for players, no underground, no water tiles. But none of that really matters. It's early access, and they seem to be doing a good job. This is the same team that brought us Darkest Dungeon without the gay sex. I believe in them.
Darkest Dungeon.
If you like heroes,
I like
you'll
that.
like Olden Era. But why listen to me? I'm an influencer. Do you know what that means? I'm one plane flight removed from being a human porta potty in Dubai. Don't listen to my shit. Decide for yourself. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of a Merchants Guild, generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
Where's the banker?
Seth.
Where's the banker? Okay. That's funny. That's very funny. I like that. That was Zinch. That was Zinch. Give him a like to follow. Give me a like to follow if you feel like it. Not that I care anything. Smoke bomba.